Hello and assalamu alaikum. My name is Fakisha. In this video, we will be talking about timers and interrupt. So here I am with the first lab 6 task 1, in which we have to show the TCNT overflow. So if I run the simulation over here, you can see the overflow 0, and when it converts to TCNT to FF, it overflows. So due to the less delays, it's moving rapidly in this. So you can see overflow 16, overflow TCNT 0, and that and the TCNT move on to the FF, and that is of 255 bits. Then the overflow occurs. So if we move on towards its program. So over here in the program of that TCNT overflow, you can see first we are calling with the first we are declaring the clock of the microcontroller, that is 16 megahertz, and then we are declaring the AVR standard library, and then we have the header file which we have made for the LCD that we have called over here, and then we are using this standard library. So first we are declaring two variables in each as V and TCNT, and we are declaring overflow as 0. So void timer function has this int value 0 that we're declaring, then TCNT, we are clearing the TCNT, and then we are declaring we're selecting normal mode of TCNT OA, and then we are setting the prescale value of TCCR OP as OP scale of 21024. That is, we are for that we are using the 0 cross 0 5. So here we are running the loop of from that will move from 0 to 255 for the next value of the overflow, and over here we have stopping the timer, DCCROB, and then we are using increment over here for the timer overflow. So this is the main function that is showing the overflow values, and this function is all for displaying the values for overflow, and either it is decent is 0 or it is reached the FF condition. So moving on towards our next task number 2, which was of clock, digital clock. So if I run this simulation over here, so you can see 0 0, and this is of second, and this bit is for seconds, this one is for minutes, and this one is for hours. So when this second reaches 60, this minute becomes 1, and when the minutes become 60, this hour place becomes 1. So in this way it moves on. So if I move towards its program, we have over here, and its task 2 is that we are again declaring 16 megahertz, still has defining the clock of the microcontroller, and then we are using the LCD library, we are using standard library over here, then we are using delay function over here, we are calculating the 16 megahertz value in OCR 1AH, and placing the value of 16 megahertz we are using. Then we are using CTNC mode when we are declaring prescaler of 1024 over here. Then we have timer 1 is stopping over here, we are clearing the flag over here, TIFR1 is equal to 1, and shifting 1 into this. Then in int main function we have variable declaration, that is of second, minutes, and hours that we have to print, and we are declaring arrays for each of as characters. And then we have in while we are using a while loop over here for the increment for hours, and then we have for minutes a nested for loop in it, and again we have a nested for loop for the seconds, so that if seconds become 60, then we move on towards minutes, and if minutes become 60, we move on towards hours. So in this way it's moving backward in the nested loops. So now if we move towards our third task, and our third task is that is whenever I press this button, interrupt generates. So if I run a simulation, you can see the LCD is 0. If I press the button, one interrupt is called. If I press second, second is called third, third is called fourth. So it just displays how many times external interrupt is called. So if I kept on pressing this button, this interrupt will kept on calling, and we can see it's on LCD. So if we move on towards this program, it is over here. That is in lab 6 task 3. We are using the AVS standard library. We are using SMS library for LCD. Then we have I have int main over here. So for int main, we have this DDRD port are been selected over here, and DDRD and C ports are selected. So then we have TCNT0 is 0 cross 0 0, TCCROA is 0 cross 0 0, and TCCROB is 0 cross 0 E, and its prescaler is set as 1024. So over here we are initializing. This is the while loop, and this is called running for the checking the interrupt, and this is all that we got from this task. So that was it from this video. Thank you very much for watching.